Hi guys, welcome back to another one of my videos today. So today's video is a challenge that I have received. I received a challenge off a good Minecraft buddy of mine to try out some pixel art. Pixel art is made up using a locator map and placing blocks as pixels in order to make a picture. I thought, I don't mind a bit of art. So, do you know what? I was like, challenge accepted. I'll take that one on, most certainly. So today I will be showing you how I made this into this. Boom shakalaka laka boom boom. Da na 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 na. Ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum. I know I've watched it way too many times, right? Word of warning for any pixel art newbies. If you create a world, on your settings you have the option to add a map. Don't add that map. That map is absolutely massive compared to a normal map. Okay, so all that, where's it go? That I just did has created on the map a tiny little blob. Absolute joke. I have built so much on the beginner map, which it looks tiny. I was like, this is virtually impossible. Why would you challenge me to do this? It's taken me so long to do all that. And then I just get another map and it's tiny. And it's like, oh, look at that. But it's right in the middle of where I want my design to be. So now I've got to start again. So the first thing we need to do is go to the edge of our map, then start placing blocks to make a border. Then on the image that I want to do today, I have a black background. So I'm going to start filling that in, leaving a circular space in the middle for where our main design will be. For this bit you may just need to keep an eye on the locator map in the bottom left hand side of the screen, as it took a while, so for your viewing pleasure I did fast forward this. If you look at the main screen, it might make you a little bit dizzy at times. And after a while, that looked like this. And now it's time to get started on our centerpiece of the design, which, as you saw at the beginning of the video, is the three-headed dragon. Now, for any Game of Thrones fans out there watching today, this should hopefully have already been recognised as the Targaryen Sigil out of Game of Thrones. So that's what we're going to get started on. Whilst we do this, we're going to have a little Game of Thrones quiz. Now, here's a question for the Game of Thrones lovers. Do you know why the Targaryen Sigil is the three-headed dragon? And what does it actually represent? It's a good question. Apart from it just looking awesome, there is actually a reason behind it. You don't know? Okay, well I'll tell you. Don't worry guys, I got you. I'll tell you. So the three-headed dragon actually represents Aegon the Conqueror and his two sisters, who are actually his wives as well, which is very strange. But not that strange considering it was Game of Thrones. So yeah, his two sisters, they basically conquered all of Westeros with Aegon, except for Daron, I believe. And that was back in 2 BC. For anyone who's not watched Game of Thrones, you won't understand a word that I'm saying right now, but Game of Thrones fans are like, oh my god, I love it. They might already know this. They probably will already know this. But yeah, it's always nice to recap. The two sisters, I was going to try pronouncing the names, but Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that. They begin with R and V. That's as far as I'm going to go with that one because I cannot pronounce most names to save my life. Learn a new thing every day, guys. Last little Game of Thrones fact for you guys. Did you know that they are releasing another Game of Thrones? It's actually a Game of Thrones prequel. It was announced a while back, to be fair. But this design has just recaptured it in my attention, and I had to Google it. I was like, I'm so excited. When is it going to be released? Turns out it's 2022, so we've only got a year to wait. But it might be sooner. You never know. Fingers crossed. I've got my fingers crossed, and I'm guessing any Game of Thrones fans have also got their fingers crossed because it's just amazing. And guess what, guys? It's going to be set back in the olden days. Even older than Game of Thrones days. I'm pretty sure it's going to be based on the Targaryens, which is actually quite fitting for me to mention whilst I'm making this design, because we're talking about the reasons for the three-headed dragons. This might actually all be in Game of Thrones, and I've just given you all the clues. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's crack on with it. And it went from looking like this to looking like this, with an extra 2 heads on there. So we've got Aegon and his 2 sisters, R something and V something, and they're actually not just sisters, they're also wives. And then 2 wings, 1 tail, a body, and 2 feet later, we got this. And then last but not least, we want to add some beautiful little text in the bottom. So we want the Targaryen words, and we also want my words as well.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
So, how do you like this? If anyone has watched Game of Thrones, I'm sure you will know what it is by now. If you are over 18 and you have not seen Game of Thrones, watch it. Obviously, if you're not 18, don't watch it. Ah? I thought it was quite fitting to add some fireworks into this equation, seeing as it took me so long to do this. It's beautiful! I love it! I am so glad I was challenged to do this, because I kind of, when I first started I was like, oh my god, this is going to take so long. And then when I finished it, I was just like, oh, so worth it. So worth it. I think next of all, Game of Thrones castle has to be built. I was going to give the Harry Potter Hogwarts castle, but to be fair, the Game of Thrones theme has recaptured my attention. And I'm going to have to watch it all over again as well. I've not seen it in so long. It's brilliant. Kind of good when it comes to an end, but yeah. This pixel art has re-sparked my love for Game of Thrones. Awesome, right? I know, cool. If you like this video, please do leave a like. If you loved it, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll be seeing you next time.